porn addiction is
Because of
also porn addiction is a problem.
that's the,
Yeah. Okay,
that's the
so
new one.
yeah, so porn addiction cause a lot of sexual tension because there is very high expectation in the sexual relationship based on what they have seen, and then men also has a lot of anxiety that they cannot perform as well as what is seen in porn. Yeah.
Well, this you asked for two.
I think
we
there are
have to-
more. Yeah.
I think we have to
Yeah.
Now, are scholars comfortable talking about such matters? About
No,
it?
of course not.
That is the
Generally, no.
reason.
Yeah,
actually.
that's
That
a
is the reason
reason.
why we write the book. Because it's not because we feel we are scholarly, but because we feel that when we were doing the counseling about what 10, 20 years ago, we were looking for scholars who can
Respond.
address can teach the Islamic teaching from uh, sexual science point of view and from the relationship point of view, and we find that nobody among the ulama actually can amalgamate this knowledge. And when we write, we know that we are not scholars, so we don't present ourselves as scholars. That's why the book is heavily footnoted with evidence, because we know that we can't say this is and this. We have to say this is this because this scientist says so, because this ulama says so, because the Quran says so, so on and so forth. Yeah, so that's where we are. We don't write as a scholar, but we write more as a compiler of ideas, a compiler of opinion, and we hope to give a holistic view of what Muslim teachers have been saying all along, actually.
Yeah, but it's very much grounded on the real life experiences of my clients who had sexual issues. So that's why when you read it, it kind of connect to you because it's really based on the cases that we see, and that's how the book is organized to respond to the issues. Yeah, I think that's a special part because I have that counseling. Osman has the writing skill, and he's quite empirical and quite insightful about things. Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's great. And I found that as well. I found that as well reading. So you provided, based on your experience as a marriage counselor, seeing real issues, and then also the scientific research as well, and Islamic tradition, you're combining all of those experiences and knowledge into the book. And I found that very easy and very easy for people to relate to. That's why I really enjoyed it.
But why not?
Is it something that you would encourage scholars to also read as well?
Yeah, actually that's what I was going to get into. We hope to get this spirit going of normalizing sexual education, such that in the future the ulama will go into this area, and when the ulama goes into this area, then you won't be needing people like us, non-scholars, advising people.
Yeah,
but I find that a number of scholars, even a number of people that I studied with, when they come back to the UK and they kind of become imams and things like that, most of them, they say most of their work revolves around counselling, especially marital counselling. Most people are not asking like fiqh related question in terms of how to worship Allah and things like that. Most of the questions are in relation to counselling. So many of them do kind of become marriage and relationship counselors. And that's why I definitely think there's a need for a lot of those imams to reach out to people like yourself, because you've got the years of counseling experience and you've written a book. So they've got, it's a one-stop shop. So you've got the experience, the years of experience from as a marriage counselor, and also you're deriving information and research from both the Islamic tradition as well as sexual sciences. That's why, because I find when I hear imams and they quote many non-Muslim counselors, I'm always perplexed, as in there's also Muslim counselors and Muslim sex educators. Why is it you don't quote them, but you quote Gary Chapman, you quote the Goffman, I think they're called. You quote Helen Fisher. These are all non-Muslims. They're all respected in their own right. They're all counselors, but they're speaking generally from a Christian or Judeo-Christian perspective. But they're speaking about their experiences. But you also have Muslims in the community like yourselves, who are counselors, who are doing the work and have the same ethical Islamic framework and are dealing with Muslim clients. But I'm always perplexed, as in that's why that the Muslim religious leaders and scholars are not
we're
reaching out
not
to
good
people
at
like yourself.
promoting ourselves. I guess, I mean, the book just came out last year. We're doing small things here and there, and our publisher are not very proactive. So I think we will do it slowly, lah. And maybe in a few years' time, we will get more traction. But we're okay.
Yeah.
And maybe your help, your promotion, I think we appoint you our agent.
No, that's what I said. Just continue doing what you're doing, because Muslims are watching, but it might take a while because there's cultural
it's really
roadblocks. That's
history of cultural narrative that make this topic difficult to talk. Yeah, but it's a good
yeah.
start. Yeah, and I'm glad we
No,
managed
it's
to
a good
connect
start.
to you, even though we haven't really speak to each other. I just read your book, we like your book, and then you like our work. And I think we are on the same page. Yeah.
I think that's the best way personally, because I promote or support people that I respect their work. It's not because we're friends and they're doing something, so I'm trying to promote. No, that's not. It's I want to see work that I appreciate and respect, and then I'll try and do my best to support them, not because I have a personal relationship, with them.
We know
So
your book
the
first
fact that
before we met you.
so the fact that I've read your book, I posted about it in one of my reviews, and I recommended it before speaking to you, reaching out to you, because it's mutually, I found it very beneficial. So that's why the benefit that I received from it, I wanted to share it with people who are in my platform. So, but yeah, just again, we'll speak more inshallah on the podcast. Hopefully, those of you who are listening will join us. And again, but before then, please pick up the book Sex, Soul, and Islam. Sex, Soul, and Islam by our wonderful writers. We have the marriage counselor.
I want to say her full name is Enon Mansor.
Yeah, it's Enon Mansor.
Yeah.
And
But you prefer Enon and Osman.
Enon and Osman.
Yeah.
That's our
it's like Romeo and Juliet, you see.
Okay.
Didn't see
Mashallah.
it.
I didn't see it. Oh, now I see it. Okay. I was wondering. Oh, mashallah. Okay, mashallah. That's
Laila wa
beautiful.
Majnun.
Okay. That's good. Okay. So please get ready to check out the upcoming episode with Enon and Osman, Muslims, Romeo and Juliet, with the authors of the wonderful, great book, Sex, Soul, and Islam. Sex, Soul, and Islam. Highly recommended read. Enon and Osman. Assalamu alaikum.